Welcome Strategy Battle Gamers to another GBHL YouTube channel video. You're here with your channel host GBHL James, and I'm going to be bringing you a Let's Try Tuesday video. I'm here on my own, but there is a reason for that. And that's because today, as you could hear there, crashing on the floor, hopefully nothing has broken, I received a very exciting parcel. Now, I ordered this a couple of weeks ago from Slayer Games in Mansfield, good friends of ours, good supporters of the Hobbit hobby, and as soon as I saw that this was coming out, I thought I've got to do it, because I know that sets of this in the past have sold out very quickly, and lots of people buy them up. I think they're called scalpers. It's a similar kind of thing as when you got touts who buy up loads and loads of tickets and then sell them on at a higher price. You get the same with limited edition box sets sometimes. So let's keep you guys in suspense a little bit as we open this box up. So nice big heavy box. I wonder if you can guess what it is. Maybe play the game with me. Pause the video. Comment below. What do you think it is? So I'm going to open this here now. Now I have got absolutely no experience of this. I'm going to give you some clues along the way as I'm opening it up. I've got no experience of this game. Absolutely no experience at all. My only experience of this game is, as you guys know, I do watch a little bit of miniwargaming.com, even though I don't play Warhammer 40k. And there was a series that Matt did called Let's Play. Similar to I guess our Let's Try, when we actually get round to trying some different systems over the next week. And we are trying, trust me. Very well packaged, so thank you very much, Slayer Games. And the Let's Play that he did was for a computer game version of this game. Guess what it is yet? And the computer game was a computer game version of Space Hulk. That's right guys, this is Space Hulk, the limited edition Space Hulk. As soon as I saw it was coming out, lots of people have told me, including Jamie actually, that this is a great game, a really good game, very simple to play, a good sort of step between board game and miniature war game, which I think is why it's probably going to be a good idea to show on this channel. Similar in that kind of sense, I'm thinking, as X-Wing is. It kind of bridges that gap between a war game and a board game. So what we're going to try and do here is I'm going to unbox this and show you what it's all about. First of all, on the front here, so I believe that Space Hulk is kind of like if you've seen the movie Alien. That's what I kind of get from it, that you've got a massive Space Hulk, so a big spaceship that seems to have been overtaken by the Xenos, so some aliens of some kind, and the Space Marines, these appear to be Terminators, I think that's right. So don't laugh at me 40k players, I'm not experienced in 40k, although I have bought some stuff, I have not played it that much, so forgive me in my terminology. So they appear to be Space Marine Terminators, and from a look at this, I think I've got this right, these guys look like Blood Angels, and they've got a bit of fluff behind them. So this is a real weighty box, there's a lot of weight in this. So if we have a little look at the back here, so if I bring that in nice and close, it gives you a good look at how this game works. It looks like you actually build sort of how the ship is set out, and then you receive effectively sort of plastic tokens, which are the figures of the Space Marines, etc. Now these guys on the back, they look like they've been painted up, so just like they're from a game of Warhammer 40k. But from my understanding, you can play these games just as they are without them being painted up, and they are just plastic markers, which I think is probably how we'll do this, otherwise it might take ages to set up. So to give you a little bit of a read of what it says on the back, and I'm doing all this because if you would like to see us play some Space Hulk in our Let's Try Tuesdays, then comment below, let us know. That's why I bought it, and it'd be interesting to see if we can find a way to film it so it's entertaining for you guys and something different. So it says on the back, man versus alien in a desperate battle. From the depths of space, an incredibly ancient vessel drifts slowly towards the Imperium of mankind. On board this Space Hulk are untold thousands of ferocious alien creatures known as gene stealers. The mighty Space Marines are the only thing that stands between humanity and this hideous threat. These brave warriors must enter the tomb-like Space Hulk and defeat the alien menace that lies within. that sounds quite exciting. Quite exciting. I'm a big Aliens fan from the movies. Quite interesting that I've never really got into Warhammer 40k in the universe. But then again, maybe I should open my mind and try it out. If any of you are 40k players, let me know why I should try Warhammer 40k and what's good about the fluff. So it says here in terms of description for the game, Space Hulk is a game for 2 players based on the battles fought between the Space Marines and the alien Gene Stealers. One player commands the Space Marines as they attempt deadly missions in the darkened corridors and rooms of the ancient Space Hulk, and the other commands the horde of Gene Stealers opposing them. Space Hulk is easy to learn but hard to master, so that's always a good sign of a decent war game or a decent board game. It's the thing that a lot of people say about things like, for example, Hobbit SPG and X-Wing as well. It says here, and will provide countless hours of fast, furious action as you play through the 16 missions that are included within the game. Now, I seem to have a memory of a friend of mine having an Amiga. It was like a proper old computer system. Was it an Amiga or an Amistad or something? And I'm pretty sure he had the original Space Hulk computer game. And I remember it being pretty terrifying because you would be moving real slow down the corridors as these Terminators, and then all of a sudden these aliens would like come towards you mega quick, and it always felt like there was nothing you could do, and that your armour that was slowing you down wasn't really doing anything, so you were a massive disadvantage apart from having guns. So let's have a little bit of a look and see what the Space Hulk says that it contains. So it says this game contains 1 rulebook, that's handy, 1 mission book with 16 missions, so that sounds like could use up quite a lot of game hours, 12 Space Marine models, 22 Gene Stealer models, 1 Broodlord model, that looks like it's this big dude here. By the looks of it, he looks like he could be a Broodlord, I think, unless I'm wrong and it's a Space Marine. I don't think I am though. 3 mission objective models, that's interesting. Let's see if we can see any of those. No, not got a clue what that is. 110 gaming counters, 77 corridor and room sections, 2 boarding torpedoes and ramps, 20 doors with plastic stands. Now this seems to me that the doors are a very key part of the Space Hulk game in terms of using, like effectively using orders or actions to open them or to shoot them as you're moving towards them and trying to get that. That seems to be what I got from the game and the Let's Plays on the computer game, although I've never played the board game. You get 5 dice, so you don't need tons of dice for this game. 1 mission status display, that looks pretty cool, and 1 timer. Oh wow, so it's a timed game. That's no good for me. I can remember playing Scrabble and never wanting the timer on so that I could spend hours trying to find the little 2-letter words and that would ultimately win you the game. So we are going to open this up and we're going to see what is inside. So let's bring you guys up here and we can do this together. So if I bring this up and around, let's have a little bit of a look at the Space Hulk. So we're going to open this up. I'm going to see if we can do this with one hand. Maybe not. Oh, I'm trying my best. Come on, let's get it open. Come on, fingers. It's a really hefty box, it has to be said. It's quite exciting. It feels like being a kid again at Christmas. And then 2 hands. Oh, there we go. There we go. Wow. Oh wow. So let's have a little bit of a look at some of the box art here. So these are some of the Gene Stealer models. Wow, they look really interesting. Really cool. Oh gosh, that's a Space Marine having its head cut off. That does not look good. Wow, some really interesting models and ever so slightly different from what you get on 40k. So another Gene Stealer there. That one looks like it's coming out of the Space Hulk itself. We've got a Broodlord, a Cyber Altered Task Unit. That looks very interesting. A dead Space Marine and the Blood Angels artifact. That must be like an objective marker. We've got a Librarian there with a Force Axe and Stormbolter. So he's obviously one of the special characters. Aha! And here we go, these are the Space Marines, so these are the good guys. You've got a Space Marine with a Stormbolter and Power Fist, a Space Marine with a Stormbolter and Chain Fist. I've got no idea what any of these things do, so maybe you guys can comment below and give me a heads up. We've got a Space Marine with an Assault Cannon and Power Fist, We've got a Space Marine with lightning cores. He looks like he can take care of business. We've got a Space Marine Sergeant with a Thunderhammer and Storm Shield, a Space Marine Heavy Flame and Power Fist, and a Space Marine Sergeant with Storm Bolter and Power Sword. And yeah, we've actually got a little painting guide on here, which is pretty cool, because as you can see from the models just at first glance, as we thought before, they do not come painted. You will most likely see them being played as like this at first, but maybe somewhere down the line I will give painting some of these things a go, because they do look pretty cool. And these are pretty in-depth in terms of the colour suggestions, which is pretty cool, and makes a nice change from, you know, when we're doing unboxings of the Lord of the Rings stuff, and it gives you sort of 3 different paints, and that's really nice to see. Some good detail there on how to paint these guys, so that should prove pretty helpful. So let's have a little bit of a look here at some of the sprues. So the sprues look pretty cool. How many sprues you get? You get 1 sprue of the Gene Stealers, 2 sprue of the Gene Stealers, and looks like some of these are the door markers as well, maybe, and another as well. Oh, there's a dead Blood Angel. I have to say, these are incredibly good sort of plastic kits, really good. Very different, I would say, to... They've got much more of a kind of toy-like feel to them in terms of the detail and the solidness as well. It seems to be very different from kind of the plastic kits that you might get for the miniatures. And then obviously a lot less of these guys. We've got the Space Marines, the Terminators themselves. And again, look at, there's some fantastic detail in some of these minis. It's really good. Actually, it's quite exciting. Makes me really want to give this game a crack, actually, whether we've got to paint them or not. Wow, yeah, and what's very noticeable as a Lord of the Rings player immediately is just how much bigger some of these miniatures are. We get some nice fancy dice here. They look pretty cool. Hopefully they're as good as those Element Games dice that I've been using to cheat my way to victory at many a league occasions. And then, wow, look, we've got all of these tokens and boards, etc. Now, I'm not going to open these up now. Maybe we'll do a let's play or a let's try next week if we've got time. Wow, but you certainly do get a lot of kit. It's a hefty amount of kit that you get in here. So it looks like you can really create some pretty cool boards with all of these, all of this here. And we'll probably cover that in another video at a later stage. I appear to have some baggies there. I don't know what they're for or what this is for. Should we have a little look? Oh, aha, that's the timer. So so it must be some timed missions, which is quite interesting. And then here's the mission book. So if we bring that out here, this is giving us some of the missions. Some nice artwork in here to really paint the picture. I have to say, this is a fantastic box. Like a, you know, it really is a sort of more detail than you would get for a board game. Certainly, but without the same kind of sort of massive expansion and investment that you get from a miniature war game. It's, you know, I know it seems like a pretty silly thing to say, but it's all in one, isn't it? You've got everything in this box. You don't need to get anything else. It is a complete game, which is really cool. And I can imagine this being a really good thing to do, to encourage people to try, you know, at least the universe or the games themselves. There's some fluff there about the Blood Angel, so I got that right. Some stuff about the Terminators and everything. Oh, and there you go. You've actually got some of the characters themselves. Really good. A really good amount of fluff, and some stuff about the Tyranids. Oh, and some nice artwork on the back there with the different guys. I mean, I think sets like this, I think, are brilliant in terms of introducing people to any game system, you know. I mean, this was what, £75 I think it was, 65, £75. But you can imagine someone who wasn't interested in 40k seeing this as a box and thinking, oh, that looks like quite a cool game, and then being able to immerse themselves in the universe. So yep, some more stuff about the models. Again, I'm really excited for assembling them at the very least. It looks really easy to do. Some stuff there about the rules, the facing, how other playing pieces interact, the command phase, that looks quite interesting. So wow, yeah, real detailed rulebook. And I have to say, as someone who's never ever seen Space Hulk before, never really sort of been massively interested in it, or indeed in the 40k universe, I am mega impressed, and very much looking forward to giving this a go with Jamie. So if Space Hulk is something that you'd like to see on a Let's Try Tuesday, let me know, because you know, we need to know whether these are the things that you want to see, guys. And if you've played it before, maybe you can give us some advice, or you could give me a little bit of a rundown of how it works. And if it's easy, I think Jamie has played it before, to be perfectly fair, so I don't think we will have too many problems with that. But yeah, there we go. So that was more of an unboxing than a let's try, but certainly gives you a bit of an idea. Certainly gives you a little bit of an idea of what we've got in that box and what you can expect from these Let's Try Tuesdays in the future. So we've got Saga lined up, of course. We know how to play X-Wing, so you might see some of those in the future. And we've got Space Hulk here, and I know that GBHL Damien and GBHL Tom also have some games lined up, and some of those may include things like Warhammer 40k or the old War Master systems. So lots to look forward to, guys, but we're really interested in hearing what your opinions are. So as always, make sure that you comment, like, share and subscribe, that you support your Hobbit hobby, you follow us on Twitter and on Facebook as well, and get involved in these conversations. It really does help our channel and gives us an idea of what our subscribers are thinking. Guys, happy strategy battle gaming.